From New York City, it's Wendy Williams. Today, the gorgeous and talented Tasha Smith dishes about Tyler Perry and her hit show, For Better or Worse. Plus, the outspoken Meghan McCain gives us the lowdown on what she really thinks about Washington and her father's politics. And all the latest juicy hot topics. Now, here's Wendy.
Right on. I mean, Kim and Kanye are engaged. And CeeLo is in some legal trouble. And I've got the highlights from last night's Dancing with the Stars. Let's talk about it and more. It's time for Hot Topics. Thank you very much. So I think my co-hosts were probably getting dressed and in the shower and commuting here to the studio, so you guys might not have heard, but I'm sure you've heard that Kim and Kanye are now engaged. Wow. Yes, well, he proposed to her in a grand fashion, because of course everything's got to be grand. He proposed to her last night on Kim's 33rd birthday in front of her family and her friends. He rented out the entire San Francisco Giants stadium. And he got down on one knee, a 15-carat ring. Chris gave her 20, but you know, a 15-carat ring. I'm just saying. And the Jumbotron flashed the words, "Please marry me." And then the orchestra started playing, and then the fireworks exploded. Aren't those really nice outdoor heaters? Aren't they? I mean, as heaters go, they're gorgeous. So congratulations, I don't know anything about a date, but I do know what I said, and I'm gonna stick to it. I've always said that Kim and Kanye will never get married. And I said, if they do get married, I will eat crow. Right here on this show. I've got the evidence, go ahead, I'm a woman of my word. I could be wrong, and if I am, let it be known today, Monday, June 24th, if I am wrong, and they actually get married, I will eat crow right here on this stage with a lot of hot sauce. As long as it's cooked by somebody who knows what they're doing, like Wolfgang Puck or Bobby Flay or somebody. Well, it's not illegal to eat crow. That would have been my out. I can't. It's illegal. Crow is a delicacy in Lithuania. They make it one of two ways. They either boil it. Well, first of all, what they do, they don't pluck the feathers off. They pull the whole skin off so the feathers come off. And then they boil it with their favorite spices, or they slow cook it in the crock pot all day. I don't know how I'm gonna eat it, but heck, I've eaten squirrel here on the show. Remember when the Robertsons from Duck Dynasty came, so I guess crow won't be bad. It's probably tangy like old meat though, and a little tough. But remember, an engagement is not a wedding, so for now, I don't have to eat crow. And can I just make a stipulation on this? I will eat it on the 73rd day of them being married. You know, quite honestly, I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I feel like the wedding won't actually happen because he's on tour right now. So, you know, anything for ticket sales and anything for publicity for both of them. I just, you know, an engagement is not a wedding. That's all I'm saying. And if they do get married, Jay-Z and Beyonce, please be out of town. Like, please, Beyonce, you have elevated yourself to a different status through hard work and talent. You are friends with the Obamas. Now, please do not be at this wedding. It's like slumming for you. It's like, I mean, yeah, I said it. Okay, no, And you don't have to agree with me, co-host. You know, we say it like we mean it here. Clap if you think that it would be slumming. Clap if you would like to see Beyonce not just at the wedding, but a bridesmaid. Clap. One random girl. I just don't want to see them together. I don't want to see any more pictures like this. This is like the only picture that they have of all four of them together. Let's keep it that way. But congratulations to you, Kim. Boy, you're gonna get it now. I mean, you're gonna be really trapped with him. And Kanye, boy, are you gonna get it. And it's just gonna make for great hot topic discussion. So I guess all around I'm happy, except about that crow thing. Congratulations. I don't want them to have a TV wedding, though. You know what I'm saying? Like keep something private. I don't want to go through Kim picking out the dress and Kim picking out the cake and then walking down the aisles in front of all of us. I'm checked out. I'm checked out. Did you watch Dancing with the Stars last night? Me too, with a nice plate of leftover oxtails. There was a voting glitch and nobody was eliminated this week. Now, this is what I don't understand, Dancing with the Stars. The voting glitch happened last week. You let 7 full days pass for that glitch to be the reason that, in other words, they gave the wrong telephone number is what I'm saying last week. And so nobody could call up and vote for their favorite stars. But I don't, you know, you're on ABC. Why didn't you get every single ABC talk show from The View and all of them? Heck, you could have even, we're live. I would have helped you. We would have posted the telephone number down here. You know, that is a weak excuse, Dancing with the Stars. You all have to get it together. In the meantime, there was some pretty good dancing going on last night. And costumes, too. Did you see Elizabeth Berkley's outfit? Cha-Cha was not only perfect, but very, very sexy. Don't you just love this nudity right here? The nudeness and I've always wanted a dress like that, like a nude dress with a few well-placed sparkles. Kind of like Elizabeth Berkley or like Britney Spears' Slave for You when she danced with the snake. Oh, yes. I mean, with the full dress. It's like liquid gold. Anyway, then Leah Remini, who, you know, she is, Tony, stop trying to be provocative and sexy. Everybody knows that you're in love with your wife in Connecticut and you adore your kids. Stop trying to motorboat. Leah, you didn't show up for your fittings, huh? So you just threw something on? You know, they're very, very persnickety about that at Dancing with the Stars. Oh, there's a whole wardrobe department, and there are beads and feathers and a dressing room and pins and people. Oh, it's a very big production at Dancing with the Stars. I can't figure out the randomness of this outfit. But here's the great thing. Leah brought out a secret weapon. Jennifer Lopez. But not at Dancing with the Stars, at the rehearsal, which is even better. Take a look. I so love that they are genuine friends. Like, I so love Jennifer in her ripped jeans and her sneakers. They look like Giuseppe Zanotti's. And, you know, the no makeup look and everything. I just can't figure him out. I can't figure him out. And but you know what I also love about Jennifer? No matter what we say about this boy, and we say a lot about that Casper. Remember, just last week we were talking that they broke up. Well, apparently they haven't broken up and they are still together, and she doesn't care what we say. She's gonna stick with her man until she's done. I love a woman with conviction. I love it. So now I'm about to tell you probably the most disgusting bit of hot topic that I've told you this whole season. And I don't mean in a good way. I mean I'm very, very sad today. It looks like Jenna Jameson is, you know, remember she was a porn star. I don't know whether she's still practicing, but barely recognizable. But that's Jenna Jameson, and she had a very messy public meltdown on here in New York on the Good Day New York show. Well, first of all, there's a few things going on with Jenna that you have to understand. Okay, Jenna lost custody of her twins to her ex, Tito Ortiz, who was one of those mixed martial arts fighters. Now, you know what I always say about women who lose custody of their kids, like, really, girl, what are you doing? Especially to a smelly mixed martial arts fighter, man. I mean, you know, he's not exactly Mr. Rogers himself. She also lost her home to foreclosure. And she was charged with DUI last year, and she had some pill action in her system, allegedly. Well, yesterday she appeared on the show that comes on right before this show here in New York, Good Day New York. And I didn't see it because I was busy, you know, fitting my wig and, you know, putting on my costume for you, and I missed it. But I do have the clip, and Jenna just seems very, well, you be the judge. Roll it.
Were they abusive to you?
Listen, whatever she had to say, I seem to think that it was bull.
You weren't buying her story.
No.
So the adult film industry was good to you, and you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I made my whole entire life was taken care of. I did it.
Right? It's very sad. She must not have any friends, and a publicist and a manager that are the scum under my feet. Why would you let her go out there like that? Rosanna and Greg had to cut the segment short, and they were both looking at each other baffled afterwards. Personally speaking, I've hung out with Jenna before. Don't you want to know in what way? Hey. No. I used to have this show on VH1 called Wendy Williams is on Fire. It was a messy little show where I'd go to red carpets, and also I broadcast my radio show with the cameras there. And so for one of my interviews, Jenna invited me, as opposed to coming to New York to interview, she said, well, why don't you come out to Scottsdale? I was like, cool. So me and my husband flew out there with the camera crew to Scottsdale, Arizona. At the time, she was married to a guy named Jay Sterling. And they lived in a beautiful house with a pool and, you know, the whole bit, and there were no kids involved. And Jenna, she was just so sweet. And so that was the closest I'd been, you know, to a porn star. Like, we were together the whole day. No, and so you know how you kind of picture like seedy behavior, a lot of cursing, just a lot of, she was just a lovely woman, and we had fun. And then they took us out on their boat, and then she took off her top, and she did the interview top. I didn't tick. You know, you're gonna play it cool when people do stuff like that. Just act cool, act like you don't see anything. I told my husband, you know, go ahead, Kev, look all day. Just keep looking. Just, you know, he's looking, and Jay is cool, and Jenna's cool, and we're having our drinks, and just 4 people having big fun. She didn't look like this at that particular time. There's a lot going on up here, and she also wasn't so slurry and out of it at that time. And the home in foreclosure, at the time that I went out to see her, first of all, you have to understand, Jenna Jameson is the biggest porn star of all time. She owned Times Square. She had so many billboards. That chick was doing it, literally. So now look. And then after she left Good Day New York, which you just saw the interview, she went over to O&A. That's Opie and Anthony, for those of you who don't know. She went over to Opie and Anthony's show, and she was crying and slurring for the whole, like, 40-minute interview. Just crying and slurring. So again, she must not have any friends. Otherwise, if she does, then you belong at the bottom of my feet with that manager, publicist, and everybody else. Jenna, girl. Good luck with everything. And I'll always remember our good times. Okay, so there's good news and bad news for CeeLo Green. Well, the bad news is that he was accused of spiking a woman's drink with ecstasy and sexually assaulting her. I mean, that's the bad news. The good news is that CeeLo had his day in court, and this is what he chose to wear. I don't know what the B. Arthur is this. I just can't. I can't. This is the father of a 13-year-old boy. Imagine having to go to school and justify your father's behavior like that. Okay, well, the good news is that the prosecutors dropped the sexual assault charge, but they charged him with ecstasy possession. So he pled not guilty, and if he's convicted, he faces up to 4 years in prison. In the meantime, Mark Burnett, the creator of The Voice, has already said this is no way affecting his job. That CeeLo Green is a part of The Voice. Although the recent, stuff going on with him with the girl, and it kind of makes you look at him differently, maybe, kind of, sort of, like you're squinting and watching The Voice and looking at him. Anyway, congratulations, I think, CeeLo? Yeah, there's no sexual assault, it's just ecstasy. All right, let's move on. Congratulations are also in order for Kelly Clarkson, because you might have heard, she and her fiance Brandon tied the knot over the weekend. Look how skinny she is. I pose like this, you know those models in magazines, they always pose like, I'm starving. Can you do this? Can you do this? You have to be flexible, honey, to do that. You can't do it, Suzanne? No. Bring your elbows closer together. Really? Put your hands over your navel and bring your elbows closer together. You can't? Ladies in the front row, can you do this? How close can your elbows come? Oh. Wow. Some of you all need to work on your flexibility. Anyway, they were planning a huge wedding originally, but then Kelly got overwhelmed and decided to cancel it. Like, she probably didn't even get her deposit back. That's probably one of the great things about being rich. You don't have to nickel and dime over the deposit. She canceled it. Instead, they got married on what looks like the Tallahassee Bridge. Remember Robbie Benson back in the day? He was in that, you do remember Robbie Benson? Do you remember he was in that movie, what do you call it? Ode to Billy Joe. We are so old. Do you remember the bridge in the movie? Anyway, I don't know where they got married, but it was her mother wasn't even invited. The only people there are Brandon's kids from a previous marriage, and I just love when people just sneak off and do things like that. I even love her grocery store posies, right? No, that wasn't a read. I'm saying I love the simplicity of this wedding. And I can't get over how great she looks in white. She's probably dieting down for her Halloween costume, like me. I'm dieting. The day after Halloween, though, I'm eating again. Very nice, Kelly, congratulations. Oh, keep clapping. We've got a great show for you. The always outspoken Meghan McCain is here. You know, Meghan has a brand new show called Raising Cain. So I really look forward to catching up to her and getting her take on some of the latest juicy hot topics. But up next, everybody, from Tyler Perry's For Better or Worse, the always enjoyable Tasha Smith is here. I forgot to wear my lucky flower ring. It's not too late, though. We still have more show to go, over a half hour. Can somebody get it from my office? Otherwise, you know I wear my flower ring every single day of the show, and when I don't, it's bad luck. So something bad's about to happen if I don't get that ring by the next commercial break. Okay, our next guest made a name for herself, playing the outspoken leading lady, many outspoken leading ladies, like the very dramatic Angela that she presently is playing on Tyler Perry's For Better or Worse. Take a look.
Lights it off the table, guys. I guess I'll start scrubbing them up.
Ooh, yeah. I hope you drowned in that sink.
Come on, my little darling honey pie. I need you to try something that you haven't done before, okay?
What's that? Attempted murder?
No, you've tried that.
Please welcome Tasha Smith. know, you always have such great conversation. I like your blouse, Kate.
You know, hey, I mean, I didn't have to worry about what I ate last night.
Yes.
Okay?
It billows.
You know, I feel good.
Yeah.
42, fine and fabulous.
Okay. Did you recently turn 42?
No, in February. I'm turning 43 next year, so I feel really good.
Yes.
You know, the older we get, the more wisdom we have, and we still looking better and better and better and better.
Yeah,
You look good.
I love that.
You look good.
Thank you. I feel good. So, did you hear about Kanye and Kim and their engagement? Because I'd like to get your thoughts.
You know, I just heard about it just being here this morning. Everybody deserves to be happy.
Yes.
I mean, we got our man right.
Right.
You know, so hey, good luck. Good luck. Stay in therapy. No, let me stop. I mean, but some people, when you have all that drama going on around you, outside of you, you have the media, you have all that stuff, you got to be grounded mentally, spiritually,
or move away from the drama.
Or move away from the drama.
And get off TV.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
So I hope that they do well.
Yes. So now you've been married for almost 3 years,
For 3
yes?
years, yes.
And
yes.
And Tasha has 5 stepkids?
I do. I don't call them stepkids. They're my bonus.
Bonus.
My bonus. And I'm their bonus. Look at them. Aren't they beautiful?
Look how big they are. Do they call you mom,
They call me
Tasha?
mom.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the oldest one, Rory, calls me Mama Love.
Mama Love.
And then everybody else calls me Mom. Dahlia calls me Mama.
Yes.
Like, they all have their different way of communicating.
You get along with their mothers?
I get along. Let me tell you something. That is a beautiful thing.
Aww.
I don't have no baby mama drama, honey. But Wendy, but you know what? Sis, the truth is, I give my husband all the credit, because if he wasn't the man that he was, we would have drama.
Yes.
I mean, we have a great time
He keeps it
together.
away from you.
Exactly. We're all great friends. Like, even for Thanksgiving, I'm spending Thanksgiving with my daughter, her mother, her grandmother, her great-grandmother, my husband, my oldest son's mother, her. I mean, it's like, this is the new normal, baby.
Yes,
okay?
yes, it absolutely is.
Yeah.
Now, you don't have any children yet.
I'm working on it, honey. As a matter of fact, I'll be ovulating soon. So
We'll be finished momentarily. Is he here in New York with you?
No, I gotta get on the plane, honey. Trust me. I count down my days of travel, you know.
Really?
During that time of ovulation, I stay home.
Yeah.
Or I get home, okay?
No, I believe, like, you're not pulling my leg, are you?
No, I'm serious, Wendy. Are you kidding me?
No.
When you get 42, you gotta pee on the stick,
Yes.
okay?
Listen,
Please.
you go to the drugstore and you get one of those ovulation kits.
Absolutely. I'm taking it, honey, around the clock.
Yes.
And let me tell you this, Wendy, after we make love, I'll stand on my head, honey.
Okay.
Wait, Wendy, one day, since he came in the room, honey, after we made love, I was on my head butt naked. He was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm making sure it sticks, it's dropping down."
The thing about you, Tasha, is you very much remind me in my head of the character you play on For Better or For Worse, Angela. What are your similarities?
I've had my Angela moments, okay, honey?
Okay, Angela, for those of you who don't know, goes hard for her love. Like,
Yes.
and she's crazy.
Yes.
I don't mean you're crazy, but I just
it's
mean,
okay.
you know.
I've had my crazy days. When I was 18, 19 years old, I was dating a guy, right? And, you know, I thought I was in love. You know, when you're 18, 19, you have that little childlike love, you know?
Yes.
So I call myself going to his house to surprise him. I'm knocking on the door. He's not answering. The neighbor told me to shut up. I said, no, let me try to see if my man is up in here. She calls the police, honey. The police came. I lied to the police officers and said he was my cousin. I was like, he's my cousin. He's having a seizure. I'm just trying to check on him.
Okay.
So she called the paramedics and the apartment manager, honey. Me, the paramedics, the police officers, the apartment manager went walking through his house.
And what happened? What'd you say?
And honey, it was a chick butt naked, and all you saw, on top of him, honey, all you saw was a flashlight of the police officers going from boob to boob to boob to boob to boob. They were like, well, this don't look like no seizure to me. I said, well, after he see all us, he about to have a seizure, okay?
And you know she's a twin.
Yes.
There's 2 of her, and they look exactly alike. What's your sister's name?
Her name is Sidra.
Sidra,
And she's amazing. And you know we punked Tyler Perry, right?
What'd you do?
Oh yeah, that was the day we punked Tyler Perry.
I can't tell which one's you.
See, I'm to the right, she's to the left.
You're in the yellow shirt.
Exactly. Damn. Well, let me tell you, see, Tyler Perry think he know everything, okay? He thinks he knows us apart, and he knows Tasha from Sidra. I had my sister come to the set and put on a wig and the Angela outfit and all that, and I had her show up on the set in rehearsal, acting as if she was me. Tyler Perry came on the set. He was like, okay, what you got? What you got? Action. And she started acting, honey, and it was a horrible thing. Thank God she's not an actress.
Does Oprah ever pop up to the set?
You know, she hadn't. She Skyped in.
She Skyped.
But she did pop up to we had our media day, and she popped up, shocked everybody.
This is in Atlanta where you guys shoot.
No, the media day was in Beverly Hills.
Oh.
And she just surprised everybody. Look at her.
I want to hear that joke.
Oh my God. She was talking about, I need to take this picture over because I don't like how I look. We like what you, Oprah, baby. It's okay. But we had fun that day. She's a lot of fun.
Congratulations on all 3 seasons.
Thank you so much.
You know,
Wendy, congratulations to you too. You hear me?
Thank you.
I am forever proud of you, and you are forever just doing a fantastic job. And just
thank you, Tasha.
You're wonderful.
Thank you. Are you still teaching acting?
I am. Seesaw.com. So if you need me, you know, call me, girl.
You'd be the only acting coach I'd go to.
Listen, I got your back.
Are you here in New York sometimes?
I am a lot.
Okay, good. Good. I still haven't gone to one yet.
Well, I'll help you.
I will.
Whenever you do that job and you feel like, okay, let me call Tasha, let me pull out the gun.
Yeah.
Because you're great.
But I want to whisper something to you because I'm going to need you.
Okay,
Listen,
gotcha.
all right, so what are you doing for Breast Cancer Awareness Month?
Oh, honey, Planned Parenthood. You know I'm the new celebrity ambassador for Planned Parenthood. I'm very excited about that because let me tell you, Wendy, in my broke days, honey, I could not afford any doctor, okay?
Yes.
So Planned Parenthood was there for me. That's where I got my first breast exam. And I'm just excited to celebrate breast awareness. Come on, you guys. Like, we all have to go and get our breast exams.
Yes.
I lost a friend from breast cancer. I had 2 other really close friends with breast cancer, so we have to be aware as women, especially when we get over 40, you guys.
Yes.
We got to go get that check. But Planned Parenthood, you can go there. If you don't have health care, you can always go and get free breast exams.
Wow.
And I'm just very grateful for them.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, we're grateful for you. Tasha Smith, everybody. For Better or Worse airs Wednesday nights at 9 on OWN. Up next, it's time for Ask Wendy. Welcome back. It's time for Ask Wendy. How you doing?
How you doing?
Very well.
Hi, Wendy. My name is Stephanie. My question is, I have a boyfriend, and I came to his house. I have a key to his apartment. I came one day, and he was stretched out on his bed, having phone sex with another woman on the phone, saying all these grossed out things.
Did you walk slowly so you could really absorb?
Yes, I did, Wendy, and I just don't know how I feel about that. He claims it was nothing. It was nothing to him. And I'm like, okay, so where do I go with that? I don't know what I should do.
As long as you're asking Wendy,
yes.
I'm going to tell you, I believe phone sex is cheating. Who was the woman on the other end of the phone?
He said it was a 911 number. That's what he said. That's what he said.
I mean, it doesn't make it right if it was 911 or 411 or a sex line.
Yeah,
but
sex line.
if it was, it might have been somebody that you all already know. I don't know. Like,
I think it was sex line, and I'm not with it. I don't know how I feel about it.
Well, you need to have a full conversation with him about this and find out how often he does this. And
I found out he has a great big phone bill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you mind breaking up before the holidays?
No.
Do you want to break up?
You know, it's been a long time, and I'm just like here with it now.
Then,
I don't know.
Then cut it before Christmas. Then you don't have to buy him a gift. Okay.
Thank you, Wendy.
Up next, everybody, the very outspoken Meghan McCain is here. I love you guys. So our next guest was literally born into politics, but now she's got a brand new show. It's called Raising McCain, and she proves that she isn't always politically correct. Take a look.
What do you do when your values clash with the people that you love? I dealt with this very conflict with my own father. He stands strongly against gay marriage, but I feel strongly on the issue and have spoken up. My gay friends deal with this with their own families, and I think their examples can provide important lessons for all of us on how to face conflicts with the people we are closest to and why it is so important to do so.
Please welcome the always outspoken Meghan McCain. Yes. Nice to see you again. God, I'm loving your bun.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Megan's back.
I love your audience. I could hear the energy from the crowd upstairs.
Yeah.
Down the stairwell.
Oh, yeah. We raised the roof.
I'm like, why even do an interview? You guys should just dance and have a good time.
Tell me about your show. How did this come about?
You know, I was a political pundit working at MSNBC last year, and I was getting really sort of disillusioned with politics in the last election. I just felt like I didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't feel like I was speaking to the audience that I want to, which is young people, and just had this idea to do this crazy talk show that's filmed like a reality show, and Pivot, this brand new network, was
Pivot.
Pivot,
Okay.
very nice enough to pick it up. So
yeah,
I know. It's fun. Doing this is hard. I have a whole new respect for people that do interviews every day. I was saying with your makeup artist upstairs, you can talk to anybody, and that is a gift and a talent, and it's very hard to hire her for most people.
You could do it too, though. I mean, we always have nice conversation when we see one another. You know, you'd be good on The View.
Oh, you know, I get asked this all the time.
You do?
I do get asked this all the time. I love The View. I mean, I love my job right now. I'm so happy with my talk show, but, you know, if there's not a season 2, maybe we'll talk.
Yeah. All right, so one of the things that I know that you talked about on your show, sexting.
Sexting.
You know, first of all, to Stephanie in the audience, did you hear her question during Ask Wendy? She walked in and her man having phone sex. Do you consider that cheating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yes. Do you
Yeah.
consider sexting cheating?
I do. And I think the issue that we talked about in the episode is I had a girlfriend, I was thinking of issues to talk about on my show, and a girlfriend of mine, I said, how's your date? And she goes, it was great, except he just sexted me a picture of, you know what, after date 1.
Yes.
I really like him, but what do I do? And I was like, this is an issue that is affecting young women and young girls. So, and I know I've been sexted, and it makes me uncomfortable when I'm not in a relationship with someone. So,
How does that, where does somebody just come out of their face and sext you?
I don't know. And one time I was in a meeting and I was like, holy, you know what, when it was going on. I don't know, and I think we live in such an oversexed culture, and I'm 29 years old tomorrow, actually, and I just, so I can handle it, but you think about if I was a 15-year-old, 16-year-old girl and you're sort of discovering your sexuality and trying to figure out what to do, and especially if you like the guy and you don't know how to handle it. So that's the only thing I worry about with technology.
Yeah. So you talked in your piece about gay marriage. Now, you are a supporter and your dad is not. Aside from gay marriage, do you have political debates on other topics around the dinner table all the time?
You know, I try not to, because when I go home, and I don't go home that often anymore, even though I'd like to, I really just want to be with my dad and sort of BS around.
Yes.
And I talk to him every day, and he's really respectful of my beliefs, which is why I think I can talk about sexting on national television.
Yes, yes.
But, you know, gay marriage, I'm such a big supporter. I just actually hosted a dinner with Wilson Cruz, an actor. He's the spokesperson for GLAAD, and I'm trying to bring more Republicans that support gay marriage around with liberals so we can really come together, because it's a civil rights issue in this country.
Yes.
It's not political, and it's so close to my heart, so important. Still a lot of work left to be done.
Were you pissed that the government shut down? Like,
oh my gosh.
Did you at least talk to your father about that?
Yes, and he was so pissed off. He was so depressed. Weren't you pissed off?
Yeah.
At any other job in America, you can't just not show up. That's not an option. You get fired and you have to figure out something else. But apparently, if you're in the government, I'm ashamed of everyone right now.
Ashamed.
Yeah, aren't you? It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
I was just overseas. I was just in France for a thing for Pivot, and it's embarrassing to have your government shut down and being in a foreign country.
If you didn't live here in America, where would you live?
Oh, I love America. I'm not leaving it.
No, but I'm just saying, if there was no America, where would you like to live, you know?
I don't even like entertain that. I was in France for 5 days and I was so ready to come home afterward.
Yeah.
I love this country. I would never leave it.
Yes. Now, you and Governor Christie over in Jersey got into it a bit.
Can you believe this? I got in a fight with Governor Christie. He's your governor.
Yeah.
Do you like him? He's your governor, Wendy.
I like him for what he did galvanizing the state for Hurricane Sandy. I think that he did a great job in bullying Washington and making sure that we got the money. I mean, the state is not all cleaned up, but he cares about his state. Do I like him outside of that? No, I'm not on his team. I'm not on his team. He's not my guy.
I was asked about him for the 2016 election. I was on Piers Morgan, and I just said he's not my #1 candidate. He's not my.
For president.
Yeah, for president in the 2016 election. I just don't think he can bring it home. As you said, I've been in politics a long time, and he was asked about that, and he responded. He called me sophomoric, and he said, "Who really cares what she thinks?" And my thing is, I'm a young Republican woman. I'm also a voter in the national
Ivy
election.
League graduate.
I'm an Ivy League graduate. I'm a New York Times bestselling author. I'm also a woman in politics that young women listen to.
Do you think he said that because you're a
Whether he
woman and
likes
you're
it or
blonde and
not.
you're cute, so he dismissed you like a little girl?
I can't. You become more acutely aware of sexism in this culture as a woman in the media in any way. I'm sure you do as well. And I just don't think he would have responded to my brother that way.
Yes.
And do you know what happens if he talks to women that way? Women vote for Hillary, Governor Christie.
All right. Well, do you like Hillary best for 2016?
I tell you something. If Chris Christie talks to women that way, and he is the nominee, I'm on Team Hillary.
Yeah.
Period.
Now I heard that you're a fan of Hillary's girl, Huma, who is still married to Anthony Weiner.
And your producer told me this is a hot topic on your show quite often about Huma.
Well, we've talked about her before. You know, it was maybe 3 weeks ago. It came out that allegedly Hillary said, "Look, I do want to run for president, but Huma, you can't be on my team as long as you're still married to that guy." Do you, if those allegations are true, do you think that Hillary was right to say that?
I don't like to judge people's and their marriages and relationships. I think only two people in that marriage know what happens. I have met her several times. She's a rock star. She's awesome. I don't get it. I don't get how you could stay with a guy like that. I would have been out the first sext, whatever.
Yes.
I don't know what Hillary's going to do because I think he is a distraction, and politics is all about keeping the distractions away as much as possible.
I think she answered without answering. Up next, everybody, we have more with Meghan McCain. Keep it here. We're back. Meghan McCain is still here. So,
And I didn't mean to dodge your question before the break. I don't mind. I'm not scared of a direct question.
no, well, would you keep Uma on your team and would have maybe a talk with her? Like, look,
Probably.
girl.
I would keep her on my team. She's worked for her for like 17 years.
Yeah, but if I win, he can't come to the inaugural ball.
I don't want Anthony Weiner in like my country anymore.
It's got to be hard for you to meet men, just because at first glance, beautiful girl, but you are very outspoken, and you're young, and you're not taking any mess. So
true.
You know how men are. They don't. A lot of you don't like strong women.
It's true.
Are they
and
intimidated
it's so
by you?
depressing. Oh my gosh, I can intimidate a guy in 20 seconds. But a lot of it is my family and whatever. And I find myself going out on dates with guys that sort of want to run for office at some point in time, and I can detect it in like 2 seconds.
Really?
And it makes me feel disgusting. It makes me feel like an object, or just they'll like me no matter what because I have the right last name.
Yes.
It's an awful feeling. It makes me never want to date again, ever.
Well, what do you look for in a guy?
Well, I went through a really strong bad boy phase for a long time. You know, I'm a senator's daughter. I'm Republican. It's kind of obvious that I would like bad boys with tattoos. But I'm kind of coming out of it a little bit. I don't know. I just like a nice guy who loves his mom. Just a nice guy. I think a guy has to love his mom. If he doesn't love his mom, it's weird. I think it's a bad sign.
Yeah.
Just a good dude. And everyone keeps asking me like a physical type, and I'm like, I love men in general. I don't care. I'm attracted to men. Everywhere.
Listen, I know tomorrow's your birthday.
I know.
I got you a little birthday gift.
Thank you.
Because next time people ask you personal questions and you don't feel like talking to them, you tell them this.
That's right. None of your damn business.
None of your damn business.
Thank you. Thank you
Megan,
so much.
Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you. It's wonderful.
I'll see you around. You know, she lives here in the city, so I'll see you around.
Yeah.
Raising McCain airs Saturday nights at 10 o'clock on Pivot. Up next, we're going to reveal our Instagram winner of the day. Keep it here. It's time for Wendy's Instagram. The celebrity look of the day is Sandra Bullock. She is rocking and working so fiercely this lace trend on the red carpet for the premiere of her new movie, Gravity. So today's Instagram winners took their own twist to the lace trend. Diamond Jones from North Carolina paired her lace with some cool boots for a really cute look. And Saima Islam from Michigan paired hers with pearls and silver pumps. Lace is looking good. And Glow O'Keefe from Alabama paired hers with some drop earrings and sexy sandals for a night on the town. You all look great, and I am sending you my mini diva fan that says, how you doing when you put it on? Be sure that you follow me on Instagram for your chance to be an Instaglam of the day. Look, keep it here. We'll be right back. Another great day here in the studio. I want to thank Tasha Smith and Meghan McCain, also my fabulous co-host, my studio audience. Tomorrow, we've got X Factor judge Paulina Rubio, plus Isaac Mizrahi is going to join us for a doggy Halloween fashion show. And another breast cancer survivor is going to get a head-to-toe Wendy makeover. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time here on Wendy. Bye.